do ask questions, I mean many questions. And obviously in history the most important question is why. So my questions always start with why. Why did it happen though? So we use, for example, different examples, analogies, comparison. It's very hard, very difficult for them. So we use these kind of techniques. For example, compare the dictatorship, for example, the Soviet dictatorship with the German, whatsoever. So comparison is very essential, I think.
The development of these reasoning skills at the lower level, what we call LOTS, lower order thinking skills, we'd simply be asking students to recall, to remember information, to understand it, to be able to restate it, if you like. But these lower order thinking skills, I believe, in every lesson, in virtually every lesson, should be balanced by giving the students the opportunity to stand outside a little and look at a topic, a concept, from a more personal or a more questioning point of view. Why is it like this? Is it like this everywhere? Is this version of something better or worse than another version of something? Could I create a version of my own? Could I sit with my friends, my fellow students, and maybe produce a better version or a better idea of how something could happen? But these particular cognitive skills, reasoning skills, are vital in all learning, because the learners need to be able to see patterns. They need to be able to identify that cause and effect is happening, and it happens in certain circumstances, in certain others. If you're thinking of science, chemistry and so on, it won't happen. So I'm observing this and figuring out why it's happening now, why it's not, and then moving up the scale of thinking skills, I can think to myself, well, in that case, it should happen when I do this, or it won't happen when I do that. All in all, what we're doing is pushing the learners to become a little more independent, to learn a little bit about how they learn and apply that knowledge increasingly as they continue through their school careers. Apply learning strategies perhaps to what they're doing, thinking about how should I go about solving this problem? What patterns can I see in this material that are going to help me?
The learners might look at 2 pictures, 2 diary extracts, 2 extracts from letters, and they could compare and contrast, which would be fairly low order, the items, or they could look for cause and effect, which is a bit more high order, or I could ask them to evaluate how useful these resources are for history. So again, working from the low order, comparing up to high order, evaluating.